Nelson Mandela is one of the most famous and respected men of the 20th century. His life is an example of courage, perseverance, and determination in the face of injustice. In this video, we will explore his early years, his education, and what led him to become the leader we know today. Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela was born on July 18, 1918. He was born in Mvezo, a small village in the Transkei, South Africa. His name, Rolihlahla, literally means troublemaker, or puller of branches. He came from the Thembu royal clan. His father, Gadla Henry Mfakaniswa, was a chief advisor to the Thembu king. His mother, Nosekeni Fanny, was his father's third wife. Mandela grew up surrounded by the traditions and customs of his people. From an early age, he learned the importance of respect, honor, and responsibility toward his community. After his father's death, Mandela was only 9 years old. He was entrusted to Yongintaba Dalindyebo, the regent of the Thembu kingdom. This adoption marked a turning point in his life. Raised in a royal environment, he had access to education and the traditions of his people. He listened to stories of his ancestors. He learned the history of his people. These stories nurtured his sense of justice and his love for South Africa. Even as a child, Mandela showed curiosity and remarkable intelligence. He was interested in stories about brave leaders and heroes of his culture. Mandela began his schooling at Kunu Primary School. He was an attentive and passionate student. His teacher gave him the nickname Nelson, an English name. This nickname would follow him throughout his life. After primary school, he continued his studies at Clarkbury Boarding Institute. He developed a particular interest in reading, especially history and literature. The education he received taught him to think critically and to understand the world beyond his village. In 1939, Mandela enrolled at the University of Fort Hare. It was one of the few universities accessible to black people at the time. There, he became involved in politics for the first time. He was influenced by classmates active in the fight against racial discrimination. At Fort Hare, Mandela took part in his first major political action, a student strike and a protest. This marked the beginning of his commitment to social justice. After being expelled for his role in the protest, he returned to Kunu. But his determination to fight injustice was stronger than ever. After Fort Hare, Mandela began working as an assistant in Johannesburg. He witnessed the deep inequalities between white and black people in South Africa. He saw poverty and segregation firsthand. This experience convinced him that education alone would not be enough to change things. He joined the African National Congress, ANC, in 1944. Alongside leaders like Walter Sisulu and Oliver Tambo, Mandela learned the art of political organization. He took part in civil rights campaigns, organizing meetings and peaceful protests. From a young age, Mandela was inspired by historical figures and liberation movements around the world. He admired Gandhi for his nonviolent resistance. He dreamed of a world where all men could live free and equal. His faith in justice, equality, and human dignity became the foundation of his future leadership. He understood that change required courage, perseverance, and sometimes great sacrifices. Mandela loved exploring nature around his village. He defended his classmates against injustices at school. He had deep respect for elders and listened to their advice carefully. These experiences shaped his personality, patience, and ability to listen before acting. Thus ends the first part of Nelson Mandela's story. We have explored his origins, education, and early inspirations. But his life was about to take a major turn. He would enter the struggle against apartheid. This is what we will explore in Part 2. If you want to know the next chapter of this incredible story, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss Part 2. In the next video, we will see how Nelson Mandela fought for freedom, even in the face of imprisonment and extreme challenges.